I swear, y'all, sometimes my period is giving drama. Here at Honeypot, we believe menstruation is magical. But for some of us, it's also a little extra.
It's like a crime scene in my pants.
Mood swings, cramps, bad poops. And before we even get to the bleeding part, some of us deal with a little thing called PMS.
I'm PMSing!
No, I don't want to.
It hurts. I feel like I've laid a million eggs and they're all hatching. I feel like I want to murder someone and also I want soft pretzels.
PMS, or premenstrual syndrome, is a group of symptoms that happens to some humans during or right after ovulation, on average 5 days before you get your period. Researchers actually aren't totally sure what causes PMS, but many believe it's because the hormone levels in your body fall dramatically after you ovulate. For some humans, these symptoms also continue throughout your period. They include things like bloat, breast tenderness, appetite changes and cravings, fatigue, headaches or backaches, constipation, or diarrhea. It can also affect your emotions. You might get irritable, have mood swings, sleep changes, or anxiety.
Get out of here. And don't come back for 5 to 7 days.
Exercising increases your endorphins and helps maintain healthy levels of progesterone and estrogen.
Endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't shoot their husbands.
If these hormones are out of whack, they can make PMS worse and cause period discomfort symptoms when you're actually bleeding. You can take supplements or eat foods high in vitamin B6 and calcium, which both help with the production of serotonin, a hormone that regulates mood, sleep, and digestion. Getting enough rest is super important. You might feel fatigued as your estrogen and serotonin hormones fluctuate. Basically, whether Aunt Flo's on her way or already in town, treat your body right. Know what I'm saying? For most people, PMS is tolerable, but for some humans, these symptoms are severe and stop us from going to school or work. This is called PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder. If you're suffering from intense PMS, talk to your doctor, boo. Now that you're through PMS, the real shenanigans start. I'm talking about cramps, and they are no joke.
Ugh, Rupert, I need my heat pad, I need Kate, I need Leo, and I need ice cream. And I need not a word from you about it.
Cramps happen when the natural chemicals in your uterus cause your muscles to contract, which helps push out the lining that is your period. As your period continues, the chemical levels decrease and you'll have less discomfort. When you're young and first start your period, cramps may start out strong, but generally they get better over time. But severe, painful cramps, especially if they start later in life, may be caused by a more serious issue. It could be endometriosis, fibroids, or another issue. So get yourself to the doctor if this is you. Trust your gut if you're in pain and don't just deal with it because your mama told you everybody gets cramps. Now, if your cramps are mild, you can try alleviating discomfort with a heating pad, a hot water bottle, or a bath. Heat can reduce tension and relax your abdominal muscles. Taking anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen or aspirin inhibits the production of prostaglandins, aka one of the chemicals responsible for cramps. Taking good care of yourself is where it's at. Salt, sugar, caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol can all make cramps worse. So even if a bottle of Pinot sounds amazing, you might want to skip out if you're struggling with cramps. Stress can also make cramps worse. Research has shown that humans with high stress levels are more than twice as likely to have cramps than others. Mindfulness techniques like meditation can help relieve cramps, as well as gentle yoga poses. Have you ever been in the situation where you suddenly felt a giant gush fall out your cooch? Let's talk about heavy bleeding. It's normal to pass blood clots during your period, but if you have blood clots that are larger than the size of a quarter, you might be suffering from heavy bleeding. Heavy bleeding is when you bleed about 1/3 cup in one cycle. A regular period is about 4 to 6 teaspoons. 1/3 cup is more than 16 teaspoons. So yeah, that's a lot. Last but not least, y'all need to come get messy on Flo here, cause I am not about this period poop life. Period poops are due to the same chemicals in your uterus that cause cramps. They can seep into other muscles like your bowels. This can cause them to loosen and expel more poop and cramp up. The mix between this enzyme and the progesterone hormones can not only make you poop more, but could give you diarrhea. For others, it can have the opposite effect and lead to constipation. And period farts, yeah, this enzyme creates those too.
I'm sorry, I want to apologize. I'm not even confident of which end that came out of.
My advice to people who are having period discomfort is, I think honestly, it's pretty good to talk about it with other people who do have their period. And maybe to see if do you experience this? It's kind of one of those things that no one will know is happening to you unless you tell them. It's been really liberating to me to tell some of my close friends and even roommates and my partner to say I'm going through this experience. And so it gives understanding of why I might not be like myself that day. Honor your cycle and your period and everything that comes along with it. And if that means you have to have a down day, you do it?
I ease my discomfort on my cycle by taking hot salt baths. Sometimes I'll put different herbs in the bath. Herbs that actually are anti-inflammatory in nature, like ashwagandha or lavender, and not the essential oil of the herb, but the actual herb itself. Another thing that's really great is acupuncture. If you're a person who believes in CBD, you can do that. Sometimes I'll stretch, sometimes I'll get a massage, but I just try to take it easy. Everybody has to kind of do what works for them. It's not for me to tell anybody what to do, but these are just some of the solutions that you can do.
Listen to your body, listen to your body, listen to your body. Don't press through. You got this for sure. There are days you might not feel like it. You'll be okay. You got this.
Well, that's the basic rundown on period symptoms and discomfort, but this is just skimming the surface. None of this is meant to take the place of medical advice. Just remember, no two bodies are the same. Here's to a pain-free period.